Be a part of Going In Raw today at patreon.com/Steven Larson. Starting at $1 a month, you can enjoy Going In Raw ad-free, gain access to the daily 30-minute Going In Raw post-show, exclusive merchandise, and so much more. Support Going In Raw today. Click the link in the description.
Boys and girls, this is the Undisputed Era. Adam Cole, Kyle O'Reilly, Roderick Strong, and you're listening to Going In Raw, baby.
What's up, it's your girl, Sasha Banks, the legit boss, and you're watching Going In Raw. You like that?
This is Shayna Baszler, and you're watching Going In Raw.
What's up? This is the most must-see WWE superstar of all time and his lovely, gorgeous wife,
Marie.
and you are going in SmackDown Live.
This is the glorious one, Bobby Roode, and you're watching Going In Raw.
Hey guys, this is Charlotte, and you're watching Going In Raw.
What's up? It's the moonwalking, trash-talking princess of Staten Island. I want to remind you all that Mela is money, and you're watching Going In Raw.
Hi, this is Shinsuke Nakamura. Shinsuke watching Going In the Raw.
This is the knockout artist, Cassius Ohno, and you're Going In Raw.
Hey, friendo, Steve here.
And Larson.
And welcome back to Going In Raw, the only pro wrestling podcast you need to be listening to right here at youtube.com/Steven Larson, and available wherever fine podcasts can be found. If you're listening to us on an audio podcast app, do us a favor. Leave us a rating, review, or a comment, and be sure you're subscribed to Going In Raw. It really does help boost the exposure of the show. If you're watching us on YouTube, of course, hit that subscribe button and the notify bell next to it to make sure you always get your new Going In Raw notifications. We put up a couple of community tab polls over the past couple of days asking people what you want to see from Going In Raw in the new year, either shows that are coming that you want to see come back or new things. So do that. We're also available on the Patreon at patreon.com/Steven Larson. I think we got a couple of new patrons in. We're actually shooting this late on Thursday. But even since we finished that last episode, David Bravo, a new patron. Welcome, David.
Bravo.
So that's awesome. You'd be surprised. We have Patreon tiers as low as $1, and we're going to be adding some stuff to that $1 tier in the very near future. At $5 and up, you get Monday through Friday a post show called Going In Raw Overrun, and it's a lot of fun. We do a lot of good stuff there, including some additional news during the week and some non-news during the week. It's where we put our non-news episode or our non-news bit.
Content.
So it's a lot of fun. Anyways, TLC is coming up. We're going to be doing a live stream.
Our reactions, not of actual TLC. We can't show the actual
We don't
pay-per-view.
have the rights to that. But us looking at it, we have the rights to that.
We have the right to show us.
Yeah, we do for now. And then if you're listening to this first thing in the morning when it goes live, know that later on today, 9 a.m. Pacific, noon Eastern, we will be live streaming over there on the twitch.tv/Steven Larson. We will be live streaming. We booked TLC.
Yeah.
That's right. What's the main event of Steven Larson booked TLC?
Four-way ladder match between the Undisputed Champion, Baron Corbin.
And leader of Slow Wolfpack.
Yes. Chill Roman.
Current United States champion.
Brock Lesnar. And The Undertaker.
The Undertaker. Perhaps I'll put you down like a dog, Baron. Yeah, he's pretty upset that Baron swerved him.
Yeah.
So my goodness gracious. Anyways, so we've got some news bits to go through. Speaking of TLC, Braun Strowman, still unclear whether or not he's going to be there.
Some conflicting stories here.
First from WrestleVotes. WrestleZotes. You haven't heard of that? It's the new dirt sheet. It's amazing. WrestleVotes says, I'm hearing Braun Strowman is still not likely to compete Sunday at TLC, so much so that on the holiday tours, John Cena will wrestle in his place. Strowman will appear at the holiday tour shows, just won't work, so I can't see him working a TLC match.
So if Braun's out, does that mean Baron is just going to win by forfeit, Steve?
I'm going to win by forfeit? I can see them, right now, given the current creative state of Raw, how it's like something that nobody wants to see and it will, in fact, repel viewership. I could see them doing it.
Sadly, yes, but not so fast, because according to PW Insider, it looks like former Raw general manager Kurt Angle is scheduled to be at the Raw we're going to be at next Monday right here in Sacramento.
Well, that's cool.
So maybe he'll come into play a little bit. Maybe he'll get involved somehow. Maybe he'll take Strowman's place, and we'll have a match for the general managership of Raw.
We haven't really heard any backstage.
Haven't heard anything about Kurt Angle ever since he lost to Drew McIntyre.
Yeah. Like, was that supposed to be, was his dismissal as GM supposed to be a temporary thing so he could just take some time off, be with his family or whatever?
No, it was supposed to be he wanted to get written off so he can get in better shape so he can have more matches.
Oh, so we did hear something.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So that's cool.
But PW Insider also adds that, quote, Braun Strowman is slated to be at Sunday's WWE TLC pay-per-view, so he will be there and available at WWE to appear on camera. I mean, these aren't conflicting reports per se. One is saying he's going to be there, one's saying he can't wrestle. So he could still be there. In fact, WrestleVote says he's still going to make appearances on the holiday tour shows. He just won't wrestle.
So appearance on, let's book this then.
So it's
he
Baron,
can be on camera,
yeah,
but he cannot wrestle.
Exactly. So
okay.
It could be a situation where Baron comes out, hey, Baron's not here. Braun's not here. Baron's not here. He can't
That sounds
fight.
like something he would say.
I win by forfeit. Dun, 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 dun.
Yeah.
Now comes Kurt Angle. I will challenge you to match. They have match. Looks like Baron on the verge of winning. Braun! Music, he comes out. Baron's distracted. Angle slam. Ankle lock. Baron taps.
Seems like it might be the case.
That's how it happens.
That could be. In which case, my prediction is not good.
No.
Yeah.
Would you want to book it so the opposite happens? Somehow Baron wins in the face of potential adversity?
There is no possibility that would happen. See, I still claim that, like, just like we hear that Bray Wyatt might be making an appearance, 2 weeks ago or whatever, and that never happened. If there's a lame way to go, 9 times out of 10, the WWE will choose that lame way to go.
Sadly, they think lame way to go
with
equals
Raw,
heat.
anyways, with their big events,
Yeah, big events.
If it's something that if it's like SmackDown, which Vince probably doesn't even know exists, it's great.
Yeah,
everything's awesome there. But on Raw, the one thing that Vince cares about, they'll choose the crappy way. Like Kurt Angle will be there, but he'll just be in the back.
Yeah,
Braun will be there in the back.
Yeah,
that's gonna be it.
Yeah, we'll see. It'll be interesting to see how they. I mean, this is one. Let me ask you this.
There's the potential for this to be a hot pay-per-view, by the way.
Yeah, there is potential. There's a lot of really good matches. Let me ask you this. The original plan, what was it for Braun versus Baron? Was it going to be Braun picking up a W? So he can have his match against Lesnar at the Royal Rumble?
See, I think that match could happen regardless of him picking up a victory.
Well, it could. They can find any reason, but that was the stipulation set forth by Stephanie.
Maybe, I guess. Yeah. But then, I don't know. They seem really high on Baron. Baron just lost that TLC match against Seth, and I feel like they don't want to have him lose too much because it's Baron. But at the same time, it's Baron. I don't know.
I don't think it matters.
And the ratings are crap. So,
and
why would they?
How many matches did he lose via roll-up in a row on SmackDown when he was over there? Lots.
Yeah, but evidently they still really like him.
I don't know.
Because he's everywhere.
It doesn't make any sense.
By the way, remember we were talking about supporting actors who probably couldn't carry a thing we couldn't come up with one? You know, it was a good one. I've been watching that Homecoming show on Amazon. Oh, it's really good with Julia Roberts.
Yeah.
It is really good.
Interesting.
You would actually dig it quite a bit, I think. Bobby Cannavale.
Oh yeah.
Couldn't see him leading, but man, he brings so much to a supporting role.
Actor, yeah.
Well, you wouldn't see him leading something.
No, not necessarily. Wait, wasn't he the lead in Vinyl?
Yeah, and where's that show?
I only watched one episode.
Wasn't the first episode decent?
Yeah, the first episode was decent.
And then they said the rest were kind of crap.
No, I never watched the rest of them.
I heard that the rest were not good, even though I didn't watch the first one.
Yeah, the first one.
But you don't really hear much about Vinyl. That's sort of my point.
It got canceled. That's why you don't hear.
So it actually did get canceled.
Yeah,
okay,
it lasted one season, got canceled.
I thought they were going to change showrunners or something. So there you go. You kind of just proved out my point.
They tried though. They tried to.
They tried. No, and here's the thing: there are certain guys in Hollywood who probably it's like the Del Rio thing in person because he's got so much charisma.
Yeah,
it's just that you need a main event level charisma.
I think that particular show's failings, based on one episode I watched, wasn't necessarily him.
Yeah.
Because no one's likable.
That describes every TV show these days, though.
Like there was nobody likable.
I didn't like anybody in Game of Thrones for the first like 4 seasons, and then all of a sudden you like everybody. Breaking Bad, nobody's likable at all. I just watched Ozark. Everybody is so unlikable.
That's weird.
But it's great TV. That's what I'm trying to watch. I'm trying to get Lacey to watch season 2 of The Marvelous Miss Maisel because everybody's likable.
Yeah.
And it's just a really fun show. And she's like, nah, man, I need conflict. I need people to be like at, knife's edge with each other. I'm like, dude, it just gives me anxiety.
Yeah, it's a panic attack waiting to happen.
Can't deal with that.
No, it's too much.
Anyways,
way too much.
It is way too much.
Way too much.
Anyway, so what do you think is going to happen? How do you think it's going to happen?
Well, I predicted that Baron was going to lose somehow, so I'm going to stick by that.
All right.
I wasn't that confident in it, but that's what I think is going to happen.
Yeah, maybe. If they're smart, like that's the first step
in rehabilitating Raw. I know.
Exactly.
Getting Baron out of the top spot in the Authority. Get him out of there. Get Kurt Angle back in there. Put the spotlight on Seth. Have him go after Brock on the Universal title.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
My worry is, though, they'll get it half right. They'll focus on Seth, but feel like they need some authority figure to stand in his way because it worked with Stone Cold.
Yeah.
They always go back to that
They love that.
When they feel like, well, we need to build up a face. Well, we better have somebody in upper management get in his way.
Let me ask you this, though. Let me ask you this. Given what we've seen from Seth, is Seth a plan B for Brock, or is Braun a plan B for Brock? Because Braun's supposed to have this match at the Rumble.
Yeah,
right?
which
are we assuming
he was going to lose? He's
going to lose that? They're going to have him lose again, clean? Maybe.
Doesn't make any sense.
No, man, none of it makes sense.
No,
I can't wrap my head around it. I
mean, I can get on board with Seth being top guy on Raw. I can get on board with Braun being top guy on Raw.
Yeah. There's a lot we haven't seen from Braun, I feel.
Yeah.
However, are they going to explore that?
Yeah, no. I mean, we know the upper ceiling for Seth, I think, and it's pretty damn good.
Oh, it's huge. It's massive.
Depends on that's what they want to do.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if they know.
Speaking of someone who has a pretty high ceiling.
The highest ceiling.
One, John Cena.
When you look at ceilings, like John Cena is the definition of ceiling these days. What's that guy's ceiling? Cena? Nobody has Cena ceiling these days, man. That dude is massive.
Pretty massive. So he's been talking about making a return to the ring once he's free of his motion picture commitments soon. I guess once Bumblebee's out and he's done with the promotional work for that. He can return to the ring. However, don't get your hopes up that we're going to see him on TV because we ain't. This is what he told the Toronto Sun, quote, I was given the choice to take 1 month to catch my breath and live what I would call a normal life. It took me about 2 seconds to turn that down. On December 26th, I returned to Madison Square Garden, and I do a nice live event run with the WWE right up through the middle of January. None of these shows are televised. I'm literally just doing it because I want to get back to a place I feel most comfortable and to working with people I call my family, and I want to have some fun. So he's going to be doing about a month of live events, not one television appearance, if John Cena is to be believed.
Hey, let me ask you something. Do you think John Cena, while he's making movies, while he's not wrestling, basically,
yeah,
I think he wakes up and he's not in pain?
Here's the I would suspect that pretty much anybody who's ever wrestled any amount would be in pain. But then Ric Flair always says that he feels great, like his body, his joints. He doesn't feel pain. He thinks from wrestling.
If John Cena,
he has other health concerns, but like he says, never has he ever felt any pain from wrestling.
That's weird. That is so weird.
Lasting pain, I should say. I'm sure he felt pain after matches, but not lasting pain. So there might just be, if there's, we know John Cena's got like a Wolverine-esque healing factor.
Yeah, I was thinking like he might just wake up and be totally fine. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't know.
Because he's John Cena.
I don't know.
That's good though, man. He does seem very comfortable and very happy when he's in the WWE. Like it does seem like that thing that like, some people have families.
He seems comfortable and happy, but not always engaged.
Well, sometimes when I'm with my family, I'm not always engaged.
Well, I'm not saying it as
you're right. No, you're right.
I'm saying that there'll be times where he'll show up, like at Survivor Series a few years back. Everybody else was Team SmackDown, all wearing their blue shirts. He comes out in a new merch shirt.
But here's the thing. Listen,
and he's in the corner cheerleading most of the time.
When he shows up, if he shows up and he's like, hey, what are we going to do today? Oh, just go out there and do your thing. Okay, cool. He'll probably be not that engaged. He's having a good time. He always has a good time. He's getting the fans into it. But it's like, okay, you haven't told me. And he didn't serve any purpose in that match.
Oh, absolutely none.
He served zero purpose.
In that match instead of him.
Yeah. But Cena's Cena, and he's a big ratings grab or whatever, network grab, whatever. He's a draw. And so you have him there. Now, it shouldn't be somebody else should have been in that match. It should have been, they should have given him something to do. You know, he's Cena. He can do really, really good things. But regardless of whether he's engaged or not, he always seems happy to be there, you know? And so, that's just interesting. It's like, it is sort of his surrogate family. Cause he's my thesis is he's just a really lonely guy,
Could be.
You know?
He also states in the interview that, he's got another production starting up January 20th in Vancouver. That's the start date. So he won't be at the Rumble. Probably. Because he said in a different interview that he can't be wrestling while he's in the process of shooting the movie.
Well, yeah.
Because there's insurance issues. If he gets hurt, the movie has to get shut down. But
he's not at the Rock level where he can just say F you to the movie studio.
I don't think the Rock can say that either.
What was that? Somebody had that story about Tom Cruise and insurance
they fired an insurance company. But I guess he has the highest insurance premiums, and the same thing we got tweeted as has the highest insurance because he does his own stunts.
Because Mission Impossible, man, that dude. I couldn't even watch when he went like on the Today Show and like jumped from a building to another building, and he like cracked his ankle because they showed it in slow motion. Oh, that's terrible.
You see that one stunt where he's hooked to the plane while it takes off?
Yeah, yeah. Scientology, man. I'm telling you, that's the thing to get into.
No, it's not.
Where's all my money?
Steve, would you like to take a personality test?
Yes, I do. I want to take that, please.
So does this confirm that we won't be seeing John Cena versus Daniel Bryan at WrestleMania 35?
Is making fun of Scientology ever going to like be one of those offensive things? You know? Anyways, what now?
Cena versus Daniel Bryan. Is this going to happen? This needs to happen at WrestleMania.
I'm sorry, dude. It's not. Because you know why? It's not just that he's either going to be filming a movie or whatever. There's another layer to there, and his name is The Undertaker. That's going to happen before Daniel Bryan Cena. Look, I'm with you. I want that to happen. It should happen. It's a great story.
It's the best option.
It's a great story. Not going to happen.
No one wants to see Undertaker Cena.
Nobody wants to see that.
No one wants to see that.
I don't want to see it.
I don't want to see it.
You don't want to see it.
I really want to see the Undertaker at WrestleMania, period.
I don't want to all I want to see him is at home on Michelle McCool's Instagram.
Yeah, lifting weights.
Out in the vineyard.
Yeah.
The orchard.
The
garden.
Walking through his land.
Yeah.
Yeah. Enjoy your life, Undertaker.
Playing with his kids. Does he have kids?
I don't know. You've earned a good retirement.
I got new hobbies.
A ton of money.
Oh, man, I need more money.
Your body is obviously breaking down, Undertaker.
I have fun doing it. I get too restless when I'm at home. Michelle starts bugging me about this and that, and where's my checkbook and all that stuff. And I'm like, oh, man, I got to get out of here. I'm going to go to Saudi Arabia and fight my old friend, Heartbreak Kid Shawn Michaels. Michael Hickenbottom. He's my friend. Him and Hunter Hearst Helmsley, a.k.a. Paul Levesque.
That's right.
And of course, there's my brother, Glenn Jacobs. He's great too.
So hold on, let's take inventory here. How many part timers could we see at WrestleMania this year if all the rumors pan out to be true? So there's Undertaker, John Cena, Brock Lesnar, maybe HBK.
Yeah.
Triple H is probably still be out because of his torn pec.
Yeah, probably.
Who am I missing?
Goldberg.
No, Goldberg's not coming.
He's thankfully not rumored.
No, we haven't heard anything for Batista. Although if Triple H hadn't got hurt,
you consider Kurt Angle a part timer?
Yeah, I guess so. So
okay.
Kurt,
toss your finger.
And if Triple H wasn't hurt, we could have saw Triple H and Batista.
Yeah,
that's like the matches involving all those guys could have filled out half the card.
At least 3 matches. Yeah,
it's ridiculous.
No, it is. And here's the thing: nobody wants to see like a lot of those people. I mean, I don't know. I think it's folly to say nobody wants to see them. Yeah. Because they're big names who bring in people. It's just the reason why those Attitude Era WrestleManias, for the most part, were hot is because, man, they were rolling with what brought them to they were the guys that they had at the time. I don't know, man. I don't know.
What don't you get?
Well, no, I understand it. All right. Wrestling was never hotter than it was during the Attitude Era. And surprise, surprise, that's where these guys are coming from. I get it. But it's like, man,
Well, I mean, it's a point that we bring up constantly is if you invest so much time in these part-timers, you don't take the time to build up the current roster to the point where they could be doing the people on the roster now could be at that position in 10 years.
Here's the thing. It's not that they don't take the time. They have all the time in the world because the part-timers are part-timers. It's just that they haven't, like, creatively speaking, they play it way too safe to build up these characters. They don't take an honest assessment of who can do what and when and how and where, you know? Like, how much bigger can Seth Rollins be than he is now? Plenty.
Massive.
Yeah.
Massive.
Right. Kevin Owens, like, dude.
I know.
The most talented roster of all time right now.
Yeah.
And who do we see way too much of on Raw?
Well, we don't see a whole lot of them, but way too much of them still. Brock Lesnar.
No, Baron Corbin.
Oh, Baron Corbin, yeah. Him too.
Like, we see way too much of him on Raw.
Yeah, Seth Rollins should get all that TV time that Baron gets.
Like, they have a title. It's called the Universal title.
It's nowhere to be seen, though.
It's nowhere to be seen.
Nowhere to be seen.
I don't know. It's the same. We sing the same song every time out,
it's
man.
It's the same discussion almost ad nauseum, but
sometimes
it bears repeating.
As members of the class that came up with the Attitude Era, or that, you know, was watching.
We've moved past it.
I would be totally happy this year if we got Seth Rollins versus Braun Strowman for the Universal title in the main event. And yes, Daniel Bryan versus John Cena would be ideal, but Daniel Bryan versus Rey Mysterio.
Yeah, that's probably...
He's another old timer. Somebody else. God, they're all old.
Andrade Almas.
Oh,
we'll get to him in a bit.
He's a bad guy. Rudo.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, Ray's the only face. Jeff Hardy. At least he's full-time.
Yeah, that's true. And he doesn't age.
No.
He's a bit different. He doesn't age.
Speaking
of Jeff Hardy and another Hardy, Matt Hardy. Is he retired, Larson, or no? Thought he was.
I thought he was, too. Apparently, the reports of his in-ring career coming to an end are obsolete.
Yeah.
Because they recently told Wrestling Inc. that, quote, while, quote, there's not a set timetable for a return, he did add that it would come, quote, sooner than later. He added, whenever I was going home, there were some issues, some nagging injuries I was dealing with. I had to go home and do some rehabilitation. So apparently he has to go home, rest, get his body in order, and he wants to come back.
This is well, yeah. I mean, he's still going to move like he's got really bad hips.
Well, I think he does have really bad hips. Actually, if you go back and watch early Hardy Boys stuff, he still moves like that.
Yeah, he moves weird. He's always moved weird.
It's just worse now that he's older.
I mean, look, this is cool.
He can still bring a lot to the table and from a character perspective.
Yeah, sure. I don't really miss him because they didn't, and we knew it was
They didn't take it to the fullest potential of the whole Broken Woken thing. They never explored it.
Like, that's really cool stuff. That's really fun stuff.
Did you ever watch the Halloween special?
No, I didn't.
I know, I need to check that out too.
It's too much. I had to watch
10 hours of NXT UK that week.
Exactly.
But there's another role perhaps for Woken Matt, maybe Raw GM.
Yeah.
He says, quote, I think coming in as GM, it would be a fresh start considering I would be a good guy in many ways. Woken Matt Hardy is, in being the character he is and how over the top he is, I think he would be very entertaining in a general manager role. I could put guys in unique situations or matches. My interactions with each and every talent would be so unique.
Yeah, if that was like a 3 or 4 month thing, that'd be great.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want to go past that because I think it would have a limited shelf life.
Yes.
But
imagine having contract signings instead of in the ring.
Yeah.
At the Hardy compound.
Yeah, no, that'd be great. That last contract signing before final deletion was so good. Yeah, this would be cool. In the role of a GM, I just don't really want to see him wrestle anymore. So many of these older guys just have a hard time just not wrestling.
Oh, yeah, and then you got, I know. And then you got these guys coming in now who work faster, pace is quicker.
Mm-hmm.
And I think Matt in this interview too talked about, in his previous physical state, having trouble keeping up with those guys.
Yeah.
But he said now that he's got some rest, some rehabilitation, he feels much better. So who knows?
Yeah. I still feel there was a lot to do with that, deletion stuff, but
yeah, it'd be fun to explore, perhaps. But maybe something like the Halloween special is the best avenue to do it, because then you get to see these characters.
That'd be great.
That are wildly enjoyable, and then you don't have to really worry about the wrestling part of it so much.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, he really helped himself by creating that broken stuff.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. That's really good stuff.
Oh, yes.
So he seems happy to return, but there is an unhappy member of the WWE roster. Perhaps, rumor has it, Andrade Almas.
What, you think there's only one unhappy member of the roster?
Well, this is one we know about.
All right.
Okay, hold on a second. Let's play a quick game.
All right. Revival's unhappy.
A lot of people are talking. They have to feel okay, though, because a lot of people are talking about them.
No, I know.
All right, hold on a second. WWE roster. We're going to see who's happy and who's not happy.
All right, we're going to play a game here. Okay. Name your name. I'll say happy or unhappy.
I'm about to.
All
List of WWE personnel. Okay. Raw. Here we go. Akam.
Unhappy.
Apollo Crews. I feel like he's always happy.
I'll say mixed.
He's in a thing with gender right now?
No, he is.
Baron Corbin.
Oh, through the moon. Totally happy.
Bo Dallas.
Unhappy.
Bob Lashley.
I'll say mixed for now. Mixed feelings.
Bob Roode.
I'm saying right now he's happy.
Braun.
He's happy, but he's also hurt.
Bray.
I would say unhappy, except he's probably going to come back soon, and there's potential for them to actually do something with him, so I'll say mixed.
Brock.
Oh, happiest person on the roster.
Chad Gable.
I think he's happy.
Kurt Hawkins.
Yeah, he seems happy.
Curtis Axel.
Mixed.
Oh, his granddad just died.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. Sad.
Sad.
Dash Wilder, you already said sad.
Unhappy.
Dean Ambrose.
Are we going through everybody? I'm just curious.
Yeah, it's all alphabetical.
All right. Dean's happy.
Drew.
Happy.
Elias.
Happy.
Fandango.
Hurt.
Finn.
Mixed.
Mixed? Finn is happy. Get out of here.
I think he's probably more happy than unhappy, but I still think he probably realizes there's more they could be doing with him.
Gold Dust.
I think he's hurt.
He's got to be happy, though.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Heath Slater.
Happy.
Newly happy, I think, yeah. But 2 weeks ago?
Mixed.
Kevin Owens.
Hurt.
Connor.
Mixed.
Not even mixed. Unhappy.
I don't know, man.
If we're going by how they're being used, if these people care about that stuff.
All right, unhappy then.
Unhappy. Zach Ryder.
Unhappy.
I don't know. He always has a smile on his face.
I know he seems like a happy guy, but
yeah. Seth.
Oh, happy.
Through the moon. Mike Kanellis.
He seems happy.
He does seem happy. Cedric Alexander.
Happy.
Tony Nese.
Happy.
Alexa Bliss.
Happy.
She doesn't really know. She's with the concussion stuff.
Oh, dear.
Sarah Logan.
Probably happy.
She's got to be happy. She's super young.
Yeah, she is young.
To be where she is,
she's
are you
right in
kidding
the main
me?
roster, yeah.
Tamina.
Happy.
Drake Maverick.
Mixed. He had to pee himself. Can't be too happy about
that. Killian Dane.
Unhappy.
Randy Orton.
Oh, he's probably always happy.
Probably the happiest guy in the roster, right?
Brock Lesnar's probably the happiest.
Shelton Benjamin.
Mixed.
Mixed, really?
Because on Twitter he doesn't seem unhappy.
That's true. Jackson Riker.
He's probably happy.
And
I'd imagine most anybody in NXT is probably pretty happy.
All right. What about Sid Scala?
Oh, he's happy. He's got a desk job now. I'm sure he's super happy.
That's good. We're going to do that next week, too. Happy or not happy.
All right, but apparently Andrade Cien Almas is not happy, according to Dave Meltzer. He was speaking on Wrestling Observer Radio about the possibility of Rush coming to WWE. Of course, Rush, I think, is doing work some shows with MLW.
I don't know if I've ever seen a Rush match before.
I don't think I have either. But then Meltzer mentioned Rush's friend and former Los Ingobernables stablemate Andrade Almas was, quote, completely not happy.
Whoa, completely?
In the WWE. I mean, it would
Okay, let me ask you something. Do you think this was a stumble? Did he mean not completely happy or completely not happy? Those are two vastly different things.
Well, yeah, they're two different things, neither of which denote any sense of real satisfaction or happiness.
True, but
it's two different stages of dissatisfaction.
Not completely
mildly
happy,
dissatisfied. One can't wait to get the hell out of there.
Not completely happy means there's some level of potential for happiness. Completely not happy is get me out of here.
Yeah.
Vamos.
Yeah. I mean, he's one of the best wrestlers on the roster. We saw what he can do in NXT. And then he comes to SmackDown, and whenever he's given an opportunity to do something, he does it great. Yeah. Every match he's had on SmackDown TV has been great. The 6 of them he's had, or whatever it has been, maybe 10.
Mm-hmm.
But at no point since he's been brought up had they ever got him in a real storyline.
Nope.
He seems to be filling the role of we need someone to have a good match against.
Yeah.
And then apart from that, he's nowhere to be found.
Yeah.
It's extremely frustrating.
Who would you rather be, Andrade Almas or Zelina Vega? There's not even don't even think about this one. It's Zelina Vega. Yeah. She's on TV.
Yeah.
She's like in the women's. The SmackDown Live knows exactly how to use their women's roster. And it's like, granted, she's not like a featured attraction or anything. But number one, she just got married to like the sexiest dude in the planet, Aleister Black. Number two, don't think about that. He is the sexiest man on the planet. I know you're thinking Drew right now, but it's not.
Oh, it is Drew.
It's definitely Aleister Black.
Oh, it's Drew.
Aleister Black.
It's Drew.
And then she's actually on TV whenever they do something in the women's division, which is like every single week.
I know.
She pops up and she makes the most of what she has.
And Andrade's never around.
Yeah, and he's never to be found. It's horrible. He's so good.
He is incredible.
It's terrible.
He is incredible.
Turn him face, man.
No, he's too good.
Turn
of a heel.
him face.
He's too good of a heel.
There's too many heels.
Then turn one of the heels' faces.
What would you think he'd rather do? Turn him face, or just be heel and never be on TV? Face.
Yeah, maybe.
Face.
But he's such a good heel.
He's such a good heel, man.
He's such a good heel.
And his in-ring stuff just suits being a heel completely.
Yeah. But yeah, there's a lot of heels on SmackDown.
Orton's a heel.
Nakamura.
Shinsuke.
Daniel Bryan. Smo Joe.
There's too many heels.
Make Joe a tweener.
I was thinking, I think one of those guys is kind of a tweener. Who is it? Shinsuke is Shinsuke real? Well, I guess he is. He low blowed Rusev 2 weeks ago instead of fighting him.
Yeah. No, he's still kind of a heel.
Yeah. Anyway, so that's a bummer.
That is a bummer. Hopefully, be given more opportunity, get some real storylines. That's all it really takes is just put him in a good storyline. Put him in a real program against Ray or something after Ray and Orton are done.
Who wouldn't want to see that?
We did see that match, and it was good, but they only gave it like 10 minutes.
I know.
Give us a real feud.
Ray versus Almas. Man. And they know that Zelina's so much money. Like, them together is amazing. Mm-hmm. It's really good stuff.
How much does he weigh?
Almas?
I don't want him to go to 205 Live, but it means he gets more opportunity there. It might be worthwhile.
I do not want him to go to 205 Live.
I don't want him to happen. I don't want that to happen either, but I also want to see him on TV wrestling and putting on incredible matches.
I would rather him not be on It came in 17th in the ratings. That is not going to be around much longer.
Yeah, probably not.
Not a chance. Like they're looking at this Mustafa Ali thing.
Yeah, maybe that's why he's on TV to see 210. He's 210. So he wouldn't even qualify.
They're looking at this Mustafa Ali thing, and they're like, maybe this will get the ratings up. It might get to it's not going to get 7 slots up.
No, it might get to 13 or 12.
Maybe.
But maybe another idea here behind bringing in all these 205 Live wrestlers to see how well they can work them into the main roster programming.
What? Sorry. Wow, that came out of nowhere. My apologies. That's true. But also, I do kind of wonder if that second hour of UK, if maybe once that's gone, that'll help SmackDown 205 Live. It's a lot of TV, man. It's a lot of TV.
It's way too much.
It is way too much.
Way too much.
Like, the only time it cracks the top 10 now is when there's nothing else going on. And these days they have so much stuff going on.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, man. No good. But no, I'd rather not see him on 2. I'd rather not see him than see him on 205 Live. This is a bummer.
That would be a bummer, especially if he was being sent to a show that was eventually get canceled.
I mean, what are they doing with Hideo Itami? Another solid, like, I sort of think of them in the same mold, like, vicious striking heel guy.
Who had a great deal of success.
No nonsense and success, exactly, in NXT.
Even just prior to joining the WWE system.
Right, yeah, exactly. You look at them, they're kind of similar.
See, I look at...
And he's teaming up with what's-his-face.
And I wonder, prospective signees, if these types of situations keep happening with Almas, where... he shows up in NXT. They don't exactly know what to do with him at first. Turn him heel. He starts hitting out of the park. Eventually, the NXT champion gets called to main, nowhere to be found.
Yeah,
like this happened with Sanity. Hideo Itami, he was a huge signing coming out of Japan to NXT. Granted, he had some injury issues. Gets sent to 205 Live. Like, at what point are prospective signees going to say, like, they have these world-class talents here on their roster, and they don't use them? What point is there signing? I mean, they'd essentially be signing to make their downside guarantee and sit at home and do house shows. I don't know. Rather than maybe exploring other options. At a certain point, they're going to have, if they're not there already, WWE's going to have way too much talent. And they won't have any places to use them.
Yeah, but people don't generally look at what's the worst case scenario. They look at, oh man, Seth Rollins is great. I'm great. Look at how they treat that guy.
I think it's probably more like, I think I'm really good. I've always thought about what it'd be like to go in WWE. Can I go there and achieve what I think I'm capable of achieving on the largest stage possible? That's probably the challenge.
Yeah, that's a challenge.
And I understand that aspect.
Plus a big chunk of money. Don't have to worry about multiple promoters paying you.
No, I understand all that. But at the same time, if
you ain't there forever.
I know.
You're not there forever, so let's try it for 3 years and then get out.
Like, if you get to the point of, like, AJ Styles, where your brand is such that it's well established, you got a pretty huge following based on the success you achieved around the world. You go there probably fully confident in your own abilities, but maybe to a certain degree unsure of how Vince views you. You go there, you blow his socks off. Within 6-8 months, you're champion. Like, those instances are few and far between. Apparently, like when AJ signed, I think I read this not too long ago. Like, they didn't have championship aspirations for him.
No, he said that Vince literally told him, "We have," and this is funny because this totally isn't true. But Vince told him, "We have plenty of people on the roster who can do what you do. We need a pit bull." That's what he said on the 365 thing, which who knows, maybe it's in character. And he said, "Okay, good, I can be that pit bull." I don't know. I honestly don't know what that means. I don't know. Be a pit bull. I don't know what that means. Like, he's just a hell of a wrestler who does, like, really great things in the ring.
With a lot of being aggressive. I don't know.
Just showing some passion.
Yeah.
But, like, Andrade Almas, you tell me that dude's not a pit bull?
Oh, I know.
Get out of town. He is. He's totally. He's a Rottweiler. So it's this nebulous thing, as it always is with Vince. Yeah. It totally is.
Yeah.
I think your scenario might play out if you see talents like Matt Riddle, like top guy like Adam Cole. If you see guys like that, and even they don't get a shot, then it might be like, man, they're a mess over there. But then, I mean, if you can make money elsewhere, then that's what they do. But the money is probably the biggest thing.
Let me ask this.
And only dealing with
maybe this isn't a great example because of his age. But what if Nakamura, at the end of his contract, I mean, and I don't necessarily think he's unhappy. And from everything we've heard, there's been no indication that he's considered going back to Japan because his family's with them in Florida. They're settled in, have been for the last 2.5, 3 years. But what if, hypothetically speaking, his contract's up, he gets a really good offer from New Japan.
Sure.
And says, well, I haven't necessarily been misused or mishandled here in WWE, but I know there's probably a lot more I could be doing in New Japan, or say Tony Khan has, like essentially a blank check to start All Elite Wrestling and starts going out and throwing out $1 million checks to a bunch of people. Goes to Nakamura and says, come on in. Do you think... I wonder if he would consider it. Granted, like I said, I don't necessarily think he's unhappy, but let's say for the sake of discussion, he's not exactly been satisfied with his main roster experience thus far, and hasn't been given any indication that his stock is going to improve.
Here's probably the only reason why. If they threw a bunch of money at him, see, here's the thing: in New Japan, I can guess as to one reason why he'd say yes to like an All Elite Wrestling. He seems to be a big family guy. If he wants to like not have the schedule, which New Japan still has a schedule, they still have a traveling schedule. Yeah. So,
and one of the reasons he left New Japan because of the style over there.
Yeah, exactly. So if he got to mellow out a little bit, still got paid a bunch of money and hung with his family, I don't think he'd care. I honestly don't think he'd care. I mean, here's the thing about Nakamura. He reached the heights of heights in New Japan.
Yeah.
So going there for the reason of they'll do good stuff with me, I don't think that matters to a guy who's already been there. It's like, what does he care anymore? He's been to the top. And if he thinks WWE has taken him to as far as he can go with them, I don't think it's a matter of, well, let me go back to New Japan where I've already reached the top. Like, what more could he do there? He can't. There's nothing more he could do there. Like, he might go back because he has friends there and he enjoys it.
Or there's potential matchups that he won't get an opportunity to have unless he goes there. Say
he also seems to be a guy who values matchups.
Yeah.
Sure.
So, like, say, we hear Kenny signed a new two-year deal or something like that. And it's like, oh, wow. Match against Kenny Omega.
Yeah.
Another match against Kota Ibushi. Or against Okada, I mean, I don't know what would appeal to him.
Yeah.
But or make like a guy like Rusev, who is constantly rumored to be unhappy. Someone like that leaving.
Rusev is such a WWE guy, though. Like, everything about him fits WWE so perfectly. And anywhere else for him seems like it'd be either a step down or an ill fit. Like, New Japan kind of seems like an ill fit for Rusev. Doesn't seem like a good fit.
I don't know. It was there was one spot during that tag match this past week on SmackDown where he was doing stuff that I had seen him do before, but not that often. And I remember watching and thinking, oh, we haven't seen that Rusev in a while. Where he's a little more flow, going from hold to hold. Not just punches and strikes and stuff, but then he can do this. So I don't know. I mean, I always feel like with a lot of the top tier, or heck, a lot of the WWE stars, there's just a lot of stuff that they probably can do that they just don't.
Yeah, I've never gotten the idea that, like, Aiden English, I kind of get that feeling from.
Yeah.
And it could be, like, you might have seen something I haven't seen. I've never got that feeling from Rusev. And granted, like, I keep an eye on him and Lana on social media, and they seem like lifestyle people. Number one, she's all over the total diva stuff.
Yeah.
And that would probably be a massive incentive
for them to stay. Yeah.
For them to stay, because where else is she going to have anything like that? And they're a couple. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I don't know, man. If he gets released, that's one thing. But I just don't know where he would. I mean, can you go to the indie circuit? Sure, but like, why would you want to start dealing with a million different promoters?
Someone, especially after this Rusev Day stuff, for him to move on from WWE would have to be onward and upward. So it'd have to be New Japan or All Elite. That's it.
Those are like not upward though. That's the thing. One of them doesn't even exist
yet.
WCW, maybe WCW.
Well, New Japan would feel kind of like a lateral move.
You put so much stock in that, man. KC Charles has a question. Fantasy bookings. What are the chances of Demon Balor versus Jeff Hardy's Willow?
That'd be cool. I'd prefer Jeff Hardy as Itchweed, though.
What was the difference between Willow and Itchweed? They're two different characters, right?
Yeah. Willow had that mask.
Yeah.
Itchweed, I think, just like to mow lawns.
Yeah, okay. That's cool. Who would win in a fight then? Rusev in Speedo mowing lawn or Itchweed?
Oh, Rusev.
You think so?
Yeah.
Probably, man.
Yeah.
Tim Morris. What should be the mid-card title on Raw, as the IC title is now main title? IC title's not main title. It's who gets to fight Brock is the title now. Who gets the privilege of fighting Brock?
The tag titles are essentially the mid-card title now. Abby Love from one of your lady friendos. If Corbin is no longer in power as an authority figure, who would be the best choice to replace him as GM of Raw? Bring Kurt Angle back for a bit.
He was so bad, though. Okay, choose somebody new.
Somebody new?
New. You know what? Promote Alexa Bliss.
This has to be another heel authority figure, though. It's going to be the same thing as Baron.
Fine, you choose somebody then.
Because I thought that, too. I thought Alexa.
Well, I'm just saying that because it makes sense.
No. Matt Hardy.
Well, we already talked about that.
I know. Doesn't make it a bad answer.
Cody Rhodes.
No. Mm-mm.
No, why not? He seems like a great businessman.
He's going to be the general manager of All Elite Wrestling. That's why.
Christopher Daniels.
Edge.
Ooh, that's a good one. Edge and Christian.
Yeah, Edge and Christian.
There you go.
They'll be fun.
Who's like a page type? Well, Edge is kind of a page type. Has there been anybody more recent that's been like injury prone? Give me Booker T as the GM.
Oh man, that'd be great.
Right? Thomas Speller. Which main roster feud would you like to see in an NXT TakeOver style match? Daniel Bryan versus AJ Styles.
Yeah, that'd be good.
Adam Rosen. Should Shane go heel by saying he was too nice and make an example of Miz by bringing in Lars Sullivan to destroy him? No. The basic premise of Shane being heel would be really bad. John Leonard. Top 3 superstars to replace Strowman if he can't go. So we need 3. Kurt Angle. John Cena. And one more. Uno Mas. The Demon Balor.
Yeah.
Completely like he has his match with Drew.
Nick Bartlett on Monday. Did Seth Rollins turn the Revival face and Lucha House Party heel with his promo?
That is the power of Seth Rollins.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
That's a question for you. Monkey D. Luffy. Crisley knows best. Yay or nay?
Oh, yay. Show of the year. Better than Raw. Let's see here. Dalton has a question about match placement. If Cena hypothetically returns to face Daniel Bryan for the title at Mania, do you see that going on after the Universal title match?
Well, I mean, if they build up the story of Cena breaking the record, it's a possibility.
It's got to be, right?
You would think so.
It's got to be.
You'd think so.
You think so?
Dragon Reborn with the WWE Performance Center doing lots of these behind the scenes with Tyler Breeze, Matt Riddle, Nikki Cross, and others. Who else should we get mini vlogs behind the scenes stuff with? I need more heavy machinery. Mostly Otis going Tucky and some stuff on Lorcan and Birch.
No. Aleister Black and Zelina Vega and their wedding. That's what I want to see.
I wish they would have done this back when Johnny Gargano and Tommaso Ciampa were roommates.
Oh, that's a good one. Yeah, that's good. Gargano
and then they could have foreshadowed the breakup with like all sorts of silly roommate tension.
Yeah.
It's like Tommaso left his dishes in the sink again.
Yeah. Candace is like, I fell in the toilet because you left the lid up. That's why you got to check it first. Tommaso Ciampa left a big crap in the toilet again. It's disgusting.
Well, somebody else clogged the toilet.
What are you even eating? Mary Kintimus asks us to... Okay, no, never mind. Power rank potential new GMs. Weird. Okay, I already did that. Sorry, Mary Kintimus. Let's see here. Elix wants us to name a wrestler from the loser's locker room you would push to main event WrestleMania. Who in the loser's locker room could main event Mania? It's got to be Kurt Hawkins, right? That guy's got all the ingredients. I'm telling you.
Yeah. Gigabyte. What should I buy instead of Slow Wolfpack all over print?
The regular. Somebody tweeted out. I forget who it was. Tweeted out the regular Slow Wolfpack shirt, and the red pop's pretty good on that. So get that, so you don't look like an idiot.
Pardon me?
You heard me.
I have that shirt.
And you look like a grade A moron.
There's 80 some other friendos out there who have ponied up for that shirt as well.
80 grade A morons.
They recognize style when they see it.
Hold on a second. Weren't we gonna deactivate that shirt?
Oh, if it got to 69, then it blew past that.
Why am I going there?
I don't know why you're going there. Eric Elledge. Does Bray make his return at TLC and cost Corbin the GM spot? That's a possibility, too. Should mention him.
That's a possibility, too. We do. Oh, it's at 81.
Awesome.
We're on the precipice of $300.
Nice.
So we can get like 3 more mics. I'm going to go over to the Discord here.
3 many mics.
3 many mics. And see if they've got good questions. I'd be surprised if they do. I'm joking. You can get access to our amazing Going In Raw Discord. $1 on the Patreon. Patreon.com/Steven Larson. I wear San Martino pajamas asks us to power rank 5 new Slow Wolfpack members not currently on WWE's main roster, and you can't use Slow Wolfgang because he's already confirmed.
Yeah.
So 5 in addition to him.
Well, I guess the Coffee Brothers then.
Bring
Gallus.
Gallus is
Gallus
a subset of Slow Wolfpack.
So that's 2.
That's 2.
We need 3 more. Eddie Dennis.
Oh, he already has Slow Wolfpack colors. That's right. Eddie Dennis. Isla Dawn. She kind of has Slow Wolfpack colors. Does she have like red hair? Something like that? Yeah. I could see her as definitely the, supernatural member of Slow Wolfpack.
And then we need to get someone from NXT.
Okay.
Kona Reeves.
No, get out of here with that Io Shirai.
No, that's good.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect. She'd look great in Slow Wolfpack colors. And that moonsault is
the best.
magnifique.
It's something else.
Good question. Marcus Aurelius. You and Larson are in a TLC match, means me and you.
Yeah.
I guess they just know that I'm the one posting the question. What is the first weapon you go for, and who gets to it first? What's the first weapon you go to? Don't we just both scramble for a chair? Right?
It's the most versatile weapon in all of wrestling.
You probably get to it first. You're probably quicker than me. But I don't know. Isn't it no DQ, right? Can I just kick you in the kneecap?
Yeah. And I can hit you square in the front area.
No, but I'd get your kneecap first.
But I'm on one knee selling kneecap. Low blow.
You're not selling it. You're legitimately hurting. That's a shoot.
No, I got strong legs.
You have strong kneecaps?
Yeah.
I don't know, man. Mine are bad. Mine creak.
Oh, no. That's like rock tape on your knee. I know where to go for.
You win?
Yeah.
All right.
I go over.
That's a drag. Budget Elias. What wrestlers do you see believing in conspiracy theories, truth exposed?
It was pretty funny when Daniel Bryan was poking fun or having some fun at the expense of AJ Styles for being a flat earther.
That was so funny. I just think there's questions that need to be answered. Don't you think? He's just said straight up, don't you think the earth is flat? He's so rude. He was laughing when he said it. That was so good. No, I don't actually. I just think there's some questions that need to be answered.
That's so funny.
Who else do you think believes in conspiracy theories?
Oh, Bo Dallas does. He said that.
What was it? Aliens?
Lizard people.
Lizard people.
That live at the core of the earth or something like that.
Is that a Scientology thing?
No.
Was Xenu a lizard guy?
No, he was an alien.
Well, aliens could be lizard.
I guess so, yeah. I've seen V, yes. V, The Final Battle, is one of the best TV series.
But is that fake or real? V, The Final Battle. It's got to be based in reality, right?
No.
Some amount of reality?
No.
No? This is a good question. Cody Miles. Since Wolfgang is obviously aware of the show in some capacity, what superstars would worry you if they watched? To a degree, maybe Baron. He's all over this show, man.
He really
He's
is.
like, if there was no Baron, I'm not sure there'd be a Going In Raw.
Yeah, no.
Really. But we praise him quite a bit.
Yeah.
But then also he's a very complex individual.
Really
we
is.
dump on him, but then we praise him also quite a bit. if Luger saw half the stuff.
I wonder what Dijakovic would think about being compared to that guy.
There's a lot to take in there.
Yeah.
There's so much there's so much to take in. Because there's going to be some fan of the show who eventually goes and tries to explain to him at some meet and greet.
Yeah.
Yeah, you look like one of their characters. Okay?
I look like what?
Here, feast your eyes on this guy. That guy looks terrible. Anybody else?
I think that just about covers our bases.
Like, I don't think Brock would care one bit about anything we've said about him.
No.
I don't think he even knows how to do the internet. I worry that Bret Hart might have seen that video about the controversial opinions.
Yeah.
That's actually kind of the thing.
I wasn't sure how the Undertaker would react to Eddie at the meet and greet with the shirt on.
I know. Boy, I gotta make that video.
It all seemed very cordial though.
It did. He seemed tickled by it. I was very happy to read that story.
Yeah, me too. I think that's about it, though.
Yeah. Who do I do impressions of?
What do you think Vince would think of all this?
I don't know.
He probably say, "Shut it down."
I'll give you this many dollars.
I know. He'll say, "I'm going to shut this down." Write him a check.
Write him a check. TV money. Anyways. Oh, okay. This last one also from Marcus Aurelius. Power rank Christmas and holiday cookies and treats.
Gingerbread. Tops.
Yeah, man.
Gingerbread's good.
It's so good.
My mom used to make like loaf gingerbread. So good.
Really?
Yeah.
Ooh. Bugs are crack. Cinnamon smelling pine cones?
Yeah.
They like have a big box of them outside Winco. I'm at Winco like every day. Probably why my insides are rotting out. I cannot stand the smell of that. I hate the smell of cinnamon pine cones.
Is it cinnamon or cloves?
It's cinnamon. It says cinnamon.
Okay. So cloves have a very particular.
Why is it that form of cinnamon and then cinnamon rolls are taste and smell like two completely different things? Is one just so concentrated?
Maybe
it's just the sugar.
Could be.
Yeah,
it's everything else with the cinnamon, not just cinnamon to itself.
Yeah,
you get the butter and the sugar and the.
I'm gonna go home and make some cinnamon toast. That sounds really good.
It does sound good. What's some other good Christmas treats? You like your eggnog?
Oh, dude, I love eggnog. Oh my God, I could drink so much of it.
It's gross.
It's amazing. They're like cookies or...
Yeah, I mean, usually there's an assortment of baked goods.
Yeah.
Like my grandma used to make the best sugar cookies in the world.
Sugar cookies are good.
So good.
Yeah, those are good.
But nothing really tops... It's hard to top gingerbread.
Well, yeah. It's like a very Christmas thing.
It really is.
I like donuts with Christmas-style sprinkles on them.
For the Christmas. That's
my favorite. Anyways, thanks so much for watching, everybody. Let's get some music going on here.
Yeah.
I'm dreaming of a white Christmas, just like the ones I used to know. May your thing be merry and bright, and may all